Hello and welcome to my brand new channel where today we are going to be preserving a ghost in a jar. Now, since ghosts are notoriously hard to capture, I'm going to be making mine out of glow-in-the-dark Sculpey. And I have to apologize in advance for the sound of my voice. I am in the midst of a terrible flu. I've been down for several days and I'm not getting any better. Oh, by the way, throughout this project, you will see that I will multiple times have to remove one of my cats from my workspace. So that was Pumpkin that you just saw. I think that Dr. Pepper makes an appearance here somewhere. But anyway, those are all my disclaimers. So let's just get into this video. Here I am kneading some clay, getting it all nice and worked up. I wasn't sure at first how I wanted to go about this as far as what shapes I wanted to use. I initially started out with the idea that these little ghosts would be your traditional kind of sheet-like ghosts with the drapery going on and the dark eyes and everything. But as you will see, I eventually scrapped that idea. And here we go. Hi. This is Dr. Pepper. He's the new addition to the household. He just went to the vet the other day, got his first round of vaccines and all that. And the vet techs at my vet's office just raved about how cute he was and his wonderful personality. And I have to say, I agree. He's a cutie pie and a snuggle bug. Definitely a lot more than my other kitty cats. But anyway, this video is not about my cats, although they will make appearances from time to time. So here I am kind of trying to sculpt this. I don't know why I didn't go the easy way and just like make a flat sheet and then form it around something. Clay is not my usual medium, which will be painfully obvious throughout this video. So I decided to just use my knuckle here and then finally went to my little ball former thing. I'm still making this much more difficult than it needs to be. This is just, I don't know why I did it this way. Probably because, I'm going to blame it on the flu. Not thinking clearly because I've had a fever for 3 days straight and coughing and sneezing and sniffling. It's not pretty over here, guys. Be glad that you cannot transmit germs via video because it wouldn't be a good thing. So here I am doing things the hard way, which is par for the course around here, seems like. But you're seeing it kind of starting to take kind of a ghosty shape a little bit as I go in and try to add the details. I slowly began to realize that the shape I had going was kind of difficult to work with because I couldn't hold it well enough to really sculpt. And again, this is just down to poor planning. And also, as you can see, I have a hard time staying in frame through this whole ordeal. So this is a really professional operation I've got going on here, folks. I am a professional artist and video maker, and if you believe that, then I don't know what to tell you. I guess you can just go online and say things, apparently. But although I do consider myself an artist, a professional video maker, I am not. This is a new venture for me. So at least this type of video, I have done other types of videos. Way back in the day, I had a creepypasta channel until Adpocalypse hit YouTube and horror content kind of didn't fare too well. And I've dabbled in other little things, but this is my first attempt at this type of artsy crafty type YouTube endeavor. Here I am trying to make the folds of the sheet kind of tattered and frayed and look just kind of like they've been through something. And I'm just getting more and more frustrated because it is not looking like I want it to look. And the little tattered bits aren't cooperating, and I'm not feeling well, and I'm just overall getting frustrated. Oh, so I take a swig of my, what is this, cherry Pepsi, which you probably shouldn't be drinking while you have the flu, but, you know, I'm going to award myself a little bit of junk food considering I have had zero appetite for the last 3 days. I have eaten some toast, some orange slices, and I've drank a lot of tea, and that's pretty much all that has gone into my system in the past 3 days. So I don't think a little bit of cherry Pepsi is gonna kill me. I actually kind of like this now, looking back on it. I maybe if I gave up a little too soon, but I do like the way that things progress further on, as you will see. And here you can see where I completely scrapped that whole sheet idea and decided to go with a more ghostly shape that's kind of like the puff of smoke sort of, I don't know what you would call this, kind of a wormy, swirly type of shape, which I ended up liking a whole lot better, and it had a whole lot more shape and it was much easier to work with. And so we just made up a whole bunch of these little guys.
I was shocked to find out someone used my images falsely for their personal gain. Survivorship is very difficult emotionally, and this really hit me hard. I was very vulnerable, and she exploited that. I feel violated. I was so offended that she used me and others and allegedly lied about cancer. It also appears that she gave out false information and hope about how she saved her hair during treatment. Cancer patients are vulnerable, and if someone is online claiming good results, they might try it not knowing it's a lie. What she is accused of doing is so hurtful and offensive to anyone that went through cancer, and I obviously couldn't say it any better myself, because this doesn't affect me in the same way that it does Jessica. But just a side note, I lost someone very special to me to cancer, and if I found out that someone was using photos of them to grift like this, I would do something that I'm not allowed to say on the platform. So, standing ovation to Jessica for beating the shite out of cancer and speaking out. You are a true, true warrior. Now, remember how there was the whole GoFundMe grift element to the story? Well, GoFundMe issued a statement saying, quote, GoFundMe has a zero tolerance policy for misuse of our platform and cooperates with law enforcement investigations of those accused of wrongdoing. All donors have been refunded, and we have removed this fundraiser. The organizer has also been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers. GoFundMe's Giving Guarantee offers a full refund in the rare cases when something isn't right. This is the first and only donor protection guaranteed in the fundraising industry. So with all of that context in mind, and the fact that most of Maddie's original TikToks now obviously don't exist, let's look at another one of Scrub Hack's TikToks.
This girl Amanda sent me this private message between her and Maddie. So Amanda had a little more regrets and had said something on social media about it. This was Maddie's response to her. I hear you, girl. I know it's so scary and fearful.
I know.
And now that I have a bunch of little ghosties all made up, now it's time to do some detail painting. I'm going in around the eyes and the mouth with this kind of bright sky blue, which I'm hoping once you see it with the glow in the dark effect of the clay, it will give it a nice kind of eerie effect. It was a little hard getting into those. I did not give myself quite enough room to really get in those little nooks and crannies with the paintbrush. And as you can see, I'm also still having difficulty staying in frame. Video making's hard. I give props to people who do this well. After I go in with the blue, I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a shade of Hi Pumpkin. Hi, this is Pumpkin, checking things out. If you have cats and you do any kind of arts and crafts work, you just have to come to terms with the fact they're going to be all up in your business. That's just the way it is. So after the blue, I'm going to go in and give, hello, I am trying to make a video here, ma'am. Oh, and there I go sniffling again. I'm telling you, this flu is just, it's making me miserable. Anyway, what was I saying? After the blue, I'm going to go in with some black over the eyes, and then I'm going to give the whole thing just a very thin wash of blue, because I don't want to paint over it completely because I want that glow in the dark effect to come through, but just a little bit of a wash so that it creeps into those nooks and crannies a little bit more. Now comes the fun part, which is mixing up some resin. I am still learning the ropes of resin, so we will just cross our fingers and pray that this turns out halfway decent. I'll accept that. And here we are with the finished product. It's not that bad, really. There were mistakes made, but hopefully with some more practice, and maybe if I had been feeling better, they wouldn't have happened. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.